All right. So we've got Supervisor Michael Anko,
Here.
Counselors Ruckteschall,
Here.
Cleve Hood. Here. Dueling,
Here.
Torenza,
Here.
Mannion,
Here.
and Counselor Bernard is not here yet.
Okay. There's no special public meetings or hearings tonight, so I'll try to run through this in order of people that are in the audience. So we'll start with Patty. Sense program.
So, Carrie actually put it on the agenda. So I wasn't able to look at what she actually submitted to you. But what we would like to do, if it's possible, is create an account just for Food Sense. Right now, the funds are being deposited in a bank account, goes to the friends of, and then they have to write the check to Food Sense. So what's been happening is, we are getting the information to them on time, but it's been a struggle to get them to actually submit it to the food bank when it's supposed to be submitted.
Understood. So again, I had the conversation with Carrie and I'll see what the rest of the board is, but simpler is always best in my opinion. Carrie was going to establish a separate bank account just for this purpose, and that would save a lot of administrative time on both yours and her side. Any questions, comments from the
That
board?
seems to make sense. So
Great idea.
it actually,
Well, see, part of the issue is that, I don't want to complicate it, and that was that Sense was a program somewhat outside mission of the town in a social service program of which the town part of the past try to keep a real clear demarcation between, but the program's been in place so long and it's been administered through the rec department, it's kind of hard to hide it. And then I also saw your emails back and forth with the restrictions on 100 and the volunteer request. And so hopefully that works out to the point where it grows.
Well, and I got a phone call today from the food bank. They're gonna send us a bunch of volunteers, 3 volunteers every week, which is what we need. So as soon as they allowed the Food Sense orders to be online, we ballooned from 60 to over 130. So we were absolutely killing ourselves every month, which is fine, like health and wellness is part of what rec departments do, but we just needed to kind of stay within a realm of us being able to handle it, so.
So yeah, it all sounds promising. So if there's no further discussion, I'll entertain a motion to authorize the establishment of separate bank account from Joe and a second from Carrie. Any further discussion? Vote, all in favor?
Aye.
Opposed? Abstained? Motion's carried. Thank you. Okay, let's jump to Al, seeing he's sitting here quietly in the office and you. Number 8 on the list. It's a beautiful night.
Here to ask the board to create a position of deputy assessor in the town and to be able to post for it.
I think this has all been discussed in the past, right?
Yeah, this is just a different position in the file.
I'll
second it, yeah.
Okay, I got a motion from Carrie and a second from Max, and I would have told you to go home early if I knew you were gonna be here. All right, so I have the, first and a second. Any further discussion? I'll call for the vote. All in favor?
I
Opposed? Abstain? Motion's carried.
got a quick question for you, sir. The paper, I think erroneously reported that the TTM project is paying no real estate taxes. I believe there's a schedule out there that says otherwise. Have you seen it or no?
I won't get the pilot until they go through entirely with the pilot. I'm assuming that they keep saying it's 100% for 21 years, but I assume that there is a payment. I just don't know what that payment is gonna look like.
Well, this is on the OCEDA website, so it says February, so it's not that old. I can't imagine that they changed it.
I haven't gotten any of
All
that.
right, good enough.
They don't give it to me until they've actually finalized everything and delivered to me. I'll
I'll confirm with them tomorrow. Thanks.
Yep.
So maybe if you had it,
no, I was looking for it. but I
Actually,
haven't found it yet.
Carrie will end up sending it to you. Okay. Let's see. Well, let's just go back to the top then and continue with the order. Okay, the Syracuse Sunrise Rotary proclamation. Okay. I'll just read this and we'll add this to the record. Whereas Syracuse Sunrise Rotary is celebrating the 40th anniversary of receipt of its charter on June 4th, 2024, with an outstanding record of living Rotary International motto, service above self. Whereas Syracuse Sunrise Rotary Charter member Dr. Robert Anderson is celebrating his 40th year of membership and is an outstanding example of the Rotary motto of service above self. Whereas 81% Syracuse Sunrise Rotary current members have achieved a level of generous giving recognized by Rotary's International prestigious Paul Harris Fellow Award. Whereas 50% of Syracuse Sunrise current members have achieved a level of giving to be recognized with multiple levels of Paul Harris Fellow Awards. Whereas Syracuse Sunrise Rotary was the first Rotary Club to financially support the creation of On Point for College in Syracuse and continues to this day in support of this organization. Whereas Syracuse Sunrise Rotary financed and supported the drilling of 4 water wells in the African country of Zimbabwe. Whereas Syracuse Sunrise Rotary sent 7 active members to Coquimbo, Chile, to establish 2 English language computer labs in the library, in addition to giving 2 weeks of seminars to teachers of English. The program was called English Changes Lives. Whereas Syracuse Sunrise Rotary financially supported, along with other civic groups, the creation of the 9/11 Memorial in DeWitt. Whereas Syracuse Sunrise Rotary Club created the Field of Flags Memorial Day event, which is held adjacent to the 9/11 Memorial in DeWitt. This event remembers and honors those that have served us in the military and public safety and as first responders and medical professionals. Whereas several members of Syracuse Sunrise Rotary established the Syracuse Intercity Rotary Club, which recently celebrated their 20th anniversary. Therefore, the office of the supervisor of the town of DeWitt hereby declares June 4th, 2024 to be Syracuse Sunrise Rotary Day. I'll entertain a motion. Sarah, and a second from Jack. I'll call for the vote. All in favor?
Aye.
Opposed? Abstained? Motion's carried. Thank you. Have Angela forward that to the group. Okay, Brock, 6327 Danbury Drive, the one-time water adjustment.
Yep, they had an issue, they had a leak that they rectified on their own, I believe. And Robin sent you guys all some information. Anybody have any questions on that?
I did have a question, Rob. You had mentioned that some information from, I think, the plumbing bill wasn't noted.
Yeah, it wasn't,
It doesn't stop our process of allowing them a one-time reprieve, does it?
no, I mean, as
Okay.
long as we get documentation, they did, a lot of people do fix some of these on their own.
Okay.
If it's. They do qualify.
I do just have, the letter seemed a little confused, to me. Like, there was. It just felt like if it was, because it was written to the town, like she thought there was some town responsibility
Yeah.
to the leak.
Yeah.
Okay,
That's what her thought, I mean, we don't have any responsibility for her indoor plumbing, you know what I mean?
Mhm.
Basically, we ended the meter, so that's why we recommend that somebody hires a plumber and have this checked out by a plumber. You know, because sometimes we'll give test strips for toilets and everything, but it's not just the toilet, it could be other things that are leaking, and I don't want to put us in a position, in my opinion, of liability if we go in there and steer them in the wrong direction, because they are not plumbers. You know what I mean? So I think this lady was looking for us to solve her plumbing issues, and that's not really what our job is.
the only question I would ask in this specific case, because she does. Feel that I don't want her. I don't want our waiving of the one-time waiver to seem to her like a admission of liability if there was something that from the town attorney that we could, a letter along with it that we could
Yeah.
write to just say, we're doing this as part of our normal process, but we do not bear any liability. Yeah.
Yes, we could do
Okay.
it. Before we notify her, that's fine.
Yeah.
Yeah.
You have all our information on this.
Yeah.
Got a lot of names on this thing. They got, who's Joel Dunn? Who's got Sandra Haynes? Who's the,
Sandra and Willie, I believe, are the, I'm not sure which one exactly is the property owner or if they both are. We dealt with Sam.
the initial email, March 27th, from Joel Dunn to UNN. Couldn't figure out who he was, compared to Sandra and Willie.
That I do not know. I have to ask Robin on that.
Okay. Any further discussion? I'll entertain a motion. Well, from Sarah, second. From Carrie. Call for the vote, all in favor?
Aye.
Opposed? Abstain, motion's carried. Okay. Authorization to bid the Butternut Trail Boardwalk, as you all know, we graciously got a grant from State Senator Mannion's office to perform this for repair work. Doug has put together a request for bids for the rehabilitation work and put that out to bid, with authorization to do so. Motion for Max, a second. Carrie, call for the vote, all in favor?
Aye.
Opposed? Abstain, motion's carried.
How much was the grant amount at, you know?
Let's see, couple 100,000. It's close to two, if it's not two.
It's a little bit over too.
Hey, Jack, copiers.
Yeah, we had two departments contacted me about copy situations. Gary Fusco, of the Controller's Office, and Linda Briggs of the Courtroom's Office. So I got them together with the representatives from Toshiba at a meeting in the courtroom conference room over there. And we got an approval from JCAP, which is a grant from New York State for courtroom. We had requested $3,982. They gave us $2,000. So in talking with Toshiba about that, we told them we needed to get something $2,000. They gave us a reconditioned, they proposed a reconditioned 4519A. Was rebuilt with all the features that the courtroom ladies needed, according to Linda Briggs. They've approved the model. And we're gonna pay $1,900. We're gonna save $1,982. That's less than what we would have done if we had gotten the 3982. That's what happened in the courtroom department. In the controller's office, they had a 2050 Toshiba with a problem was breaking down. Linda Briggs suggested to Carrie Fusco, we come in here and look around here because we got a copier sitting over there. And it was going back and forth between the office behind Joe over there. And Linda said, it's really not doing us any good over there. So Carrie Fusco took a look at it and said, okay, we'll take that one. Looks like it'll do the job for us. We got a quote on a new one, which is $3,545. We don't have to pay anything because they just moved it from there upstairs to controller's office and they got that. The third issue is a preventive maintenance contract for their copiers and printers they have upstairs. The contract expires April 15th. That's one where they service the machines. It was $750 a month. The new contract, they lowered the price to $677 a month. So the yearly savings on that is $876. So the total savings by getting in Toshiba in here, we talked with two different department heads and working together with them to correct the situations was $6,430.
Nice job, Jerry.
Thank
Yeah,
you.
I again commend you for this, but the one thing that I do request is that you keep Brian Goff involved in these meetings and so on, because basically he's responsible for property maintenance and things like copy machines and stuff like that really have no home right now. between the comptroller's office in the past and years ago, we had an operations office. The move was made by the board to shift from parks to property maintenance, and so I think some of these types of issues are also in that vein. So I think Ryan's doing a great job. He's got 1,000 balls in the air. And so I'm sure you'll appreciate all he needs is an FYI that this has occurred.
Okay.
Great. Okay. Town board minutes.
I'll make a motion to approve.
I thought I just asked you. Sorry.
So you've got the,
Oh, yeah, they're the March 25th, 2024, not the special board meeting. They're the last regular ones.
Motion to approve.
I'll second.
okay, a motion from Carrie and a second from Sarah. Any discussion? I'll call for a vote. All in favor?
Aye.
Opposed? Staying?
You gotta abstain, Ed. You weren't there.
I'll abstain.
Joe too.
This is
Is that the one that you are?
it's faster.
This is the fastest mathematician I've ever met in my
You're
life.
doing all right tonight. You're on a roll.
All right, now we're on a hot one here. Memorial Day town board. Memorial Day falls on May 27th, I believe. Which is
Monday.
on Monday, and so I'll complicate it, delay the meeting a little bit longer as well and say, let's talk about the summer schedule as well. What we used to do in the summers was cancel one set of meetings. What we found is we always were getting together for special board meetings anyways, even though we tried to get by on a monthly basis. So last summer, I think it worked pretty well, but we went to 8 o'clock on Monday mornings. Monday mornings is acceptable if 8 o'clock is not good. We can discuss what time might be. Coming back to Memorial Day, we want to risk just canceling the meeting outright, and then if the need for a special board meeting occurs, we'll schedule one. Or did we want to try do something different, like a Tuesday or a morning meeting somewhere else prior to? So we hope that one.
We have two regularly scheduled town board meetings from tonight until Memorial Day, correct?
Correct.
Yeah, we have 2 more.
So,
We have
yes, I'd be comfortable to grow, there's no school
well,
and it's a relatively busy day for an 8 AM.
here we are on the 15th and we canceled our regular scheduled meeting in the 22nd.
But we have one on the 29th.
Did we schedule one? on
We
the
did.
29th?
Noon.
There's a special.
Audit.
Oh, okay.
And then 29th.
29th. So we have the 29th and then we have the regular May 13th. So. And then following that in June, there would be a June 10th meeting.
Only to just leave it, and if we need a special meeting, then we
Okay,
just cancel the Memorial Day meeting.
okay. All right, then I'll entertain a motion from Max to cancel the Memorial Day meeting. Take a second. Sarah? All for the vote, all in favor?
Aye.
Opposed? Abstain? Motion's carried. How about the summer schedule?
Oh, it's the 13th of May. What time is that? That's 6 o'clock?
Kevin, you were-
Yeah, we're 6 o'clock at night until we change
Okay,
the schedule. And typically the summer schedule is July and August. You guys can
okay.
add June to it if you want, but. No. pretty much schools in until the end.
Yeah, till the end.
So we typically go July, August. Is there a preferred time? Monday's been the standard day.
Did we hear any community concerns about the 8 a.m.?
I didn't know, you know what?
It worked really
You know
well.
what's, I believe happening because you do see hits, but most people are catching meetings after the fact. Online,
They're watching them.
as we're posting. And I do know like,
I would say again, like I mentioned last year, if we were to have any public hearings on an issue that we thought might be, might actually draw people to schedule that.
Right.
In an evening. But otherwise, it'll be in the morning. I will not be here for the regularly scheduled first meeting in July, whether it's morning or evening, so.
Oh, that's a tricky one, the way it falls. July 1.
Yeah, the July 8th, yeah, the
Yeah.
first, because it's kind of part of that 4th of July weekend, the Monday after.
We may want to revisit that maybe Tuesday or Wednesday of that week.
I'm out, whatever, one way or the other. It doesn't do anything for me.
not a whole week, right? Let's set a time first, and then if we wanna.
I'm okay with 8. I think that works well. Yeah, something.
Eight's fine when we do meet.
Where we think people are gonna show up, we can always schedule a public hearing for a special night or change the meeting from 8 in the morning till 5 or 6 that night.
Good with 8 too?
Yeah, I'm good.
Okay.
I prefer
How
that.
quickly can we change the time of the meeting? Is there rules on that?
Well, I'll notify the media just like I normally do, but it's, and I'll post it on the board and on the website.
So if we change the time, how much, what do you need, 3 days notice? 4 days notice? If we change the time after the fact, you post.
Yeah, I would say at least. I mean, if you're doing it, maybe a week.
At least a week.
A week, I would say a week.
But if we were to schedule. a
Is there
public
rules on
hearing-
it? But I'd say at least 5 days would be the standard for notice.
To schedule a special, you need just 48 hours.
But if we were to schedule a public hearing, we'd know more than 2 weeks in advance, just for the regular notices for
And
that.
I notice would have the real
Yeah.
plate time.
Okay. So I'll entertain a motion to change the summer schedule to Monday morning meetings at 8 AM.
Beginning
What month?
Beginning in July.
July
For
1st.
July and August.
It's the line August.
It's 4 meetings. And see, what we used to do is try to get through 2 meetings. That just didn't.
Yeah.
But now, the good news is we preserve the meetings and we free up the summer evenings. Also,
Well, July meetings are the 8th and the 22nd, right?
correct.
And the August meetings are the 12th and the 26th.
So is there any further discussion on the 8th? Okay. It's better than the 5th.
I mean, if we want to change it, we can talk about it.
Still then June.
Second meeting in June.
Yeah. But it's worth.
Yeah.
It's my anniversary. I got married on 4th of July weekend,
treating you. Is it good? You'll never forget it.
right? Well, yep, never forget. But it was so. City.
When are the meetings in June? 10th and 24th?
They're still the regular evenings. Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah,
10th and 24th at 6 P.M.
yep.
And the 24th will have to be upstairs.
Right.
Because there'll be early voting. Well, it's the day between, this will still be set up as a full site,
Right.
Which one's next?
the 24th.
24th,
Yeah.
okay, I'll put that room, make sure. But
Yeah.
Okay. I entertain a motion to set the summer schedule.
not yet.
Okay, I'll take a motion from Gary, second. Go. Go for the vote, all in favor?
Aye.
Opposed? Same. Motion's carried. Okay, we got the checks warrant, or excuse me, check warrants. Everybody have a chance to. You can review.
Yeah, I did. called Kerry Fusco about three items on there. The first one was a backboard for $1,600. I said, who bought the backboard? She said it's for Kerry Park. I said, oh, okay, great. Second item on the,
Yeah, we had some breakage, right?
yeah. Second item was, her own company, which I didn't know the name of it. 4,000.
CNY bookkeeping, right?
Yeah, CNY bookkeeping, that's what the one I asked you about. She said, that's me. Okay, we got you, me. And last but not least was the Tompkins County for $202,000.
That's our health insurance.
Get together with Excelos and with insurance. That's our
Yeah.
insurance company.
Yeah, that's our health insurance.
We're all set with three that I checked out.
All right, so with that, I'll entertain a motion from Jack.
Nobody else has made one ever.
Second for Joe. I'll call for the vote, all in favor?
Aye.
Opposed? Same, motion's carried. Okay, any town board updates?
Well, I will to the agenda on the back, well, it's on the back of the agenda now, but I've listed upcoming events and important dates. I'm going to ask the department heads when they're having announcements about events happening to let me know, and I will add them under there. So I think that'll be more efficient than having it in the minutes, and then they'll be passed by the time the event.
Guys, would you mind reaching out to the village too? They know they have a pretty robust programs.
For recreation?
Yeah,
Okay, yeah.
they've got their big parade coming up and a couple other summer events.
Their fireworks. So on as well, if. Yeah, I've got an issue too, well, I think it duly fits an executive session. Okay, any other dates that I will entertain a motion to go to executive session? Motion from Jack. Carry. Call for the vote, all in favor? Opposed, abstained, motion's carried. You need someone to sign your signature? You picked a good meeting.
Supervisors. He's on the way.